Hey everyone, Remo from Back to Warcraft here. We're right now going to be conducting our second interview from the WCA Pro Qualifier in Cologne, Gamescom. And with me I have the Night Elf powerhouse, WarchiefRich. Thank you first of all, Warchief, for doing this interview with us.
No problem, it's fun to do.
Alright, so we're gonna head right into the first question. The question that everybody is wondering and wants to know about. What happened to your hair? That was your trademark. You were D'Artagnan, but now it's gone. Like, why did you decide it? What happened?
I got tired of it. That's all I can say. It's just much easier like this, and yeah, it does look better as well.
I do agree, it does look better, and it's a million times easier to handle. I can tell you firsthand. Okay, so unfortunately the long hair's gone, but the strong Night Elf still remains. Alright, so another thing that many people in the community were wondering, you seemed to have been gone for like a month or two or maybe even 3 from the tournament scene, from the cup scene in Europe. Why was that? What happened? Like, what was that disappearance? Why was it?
Well, for a while, like in, I think it was May and June when I kind of disappeared. Like, I was waiting for the WCA European qualifier for a long time, and there was no news whatsoever. Like, they said it was going to be in May at one time, then they said it was going to be in June or July, and it eventually did come. But I guess I just lost motivation when the WCA qualifier wasn't coming up, because that's like the main thing I want to do is like compete in China again, because it was really, really fun last year, and I'd love to go again. So yeah, I guess I just lost motivation for that reason. But then they announced the qualifier, and so now I'm back and I'm playing quite a lot more again.
Alright, very nice to have you back with us. Now, speaking of WCA in China, last year we went there as well. We also did an interview. You can check that out on our YouTube, the old one. You met someone there, and one of the volunteers back then, and one thing led to another, and she became your girlfriend. Is that true?
Yes, that's right. She became my girlfriend. Yeah, we just met there and we liked each other, and then we visited each other back in January again. Of course, it's a very long distance relationship, so that kind of sucks, but you do what you gotta do.
So you visited her in China, correct?
Yeah, I went for 2 weeks in China. We went to Chongqing and Chengdu. We just visited around the place together.
And when we were at WCA, Rich was very careful about trying the Chinese food, but she did open your eyes a bit, didn't she?
Yeah, she certainly did. In Yinchan last year, I pretty much only ate Western food. Didn't really like Chinese food. Then I went again in January, and now I absolutely love Chinese food. So I need to go to China again this year so I can have lots more Chinese food.
Okay, very happy for you that you have that happy relationship going on. Outside of that and Warcraft, what are you doing at the moment? Are you still studying politics?
No, I actually stopped because, well, at the moment I'm basically working part-time, and I work in a bakery part-time, so that means nice early mornings for me. Like, I will start at like 5 or 6 a.m. That's useful for here because we have to wake up at 6:30 each day, so that doesn't really bother me, but yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, cool. Many people who play competitive games, they have kind of their role models. Chechi, for example, loves Ted, and someone else, I'm forgetting, Happy, I think. Do you have like a role model in Warcraft, an idol player perhaps, or someone else? And do you have a role model outside of Warcraft in real life?
Well, back in the days, I was a Four Kings fanboy, so I really loved Grubby back in the days, but he obviously wasn't a Night Elf. Moon I never really liked that much because he was Grubby's rival, so I always wanted Grubby to beat him. I guess my favourite Night Elf player would be Remind. I always thought he was really, really good, and he played like kind of similar style to me. Plays Demon Hunter a lot and very solid, standard style. But apart from that, I'm not really a fan of any particular player, especially nowadays. There's no player I look up to.
And is there someone like that outside of Warcraft that you kind of look up to or something?
No, there's no one.
Now, for this tournament and for the pre-qualifier that was played online, how did you prepare to get ready, to get back in shape? Was it ladder? It seems like you are the most prepared player here. How did you go about it?
Well, I was very prepared for the qualifier. I was practicing against HLA a lot because, of course, I was against Chechi. And then I was against Nika second, but I didn't really practice against any elves at all. I just thought as long as I play well, then I can beat Nika. And like, I just practiced against good players. I practiced some against Cash. Yeah, Yeah, just good players like Cash, HLA. I think that was actually the only 2 practice partners I actually had in Pacific.
So many people take the ladder approach. It seems like you don't really like the ladder approach. The custom games, do you feel they give you much more? They help you to improve much more?
Well, for this offline tournament, I actually only practiced ladder for it. I didn't have anyone to practice against. But that would have been hard because the only Night Elf who wasn't coming would have been Sonic. And I didn't think I could practice against him. I saw Foggy practicing against him himself, so I thought...
So you thought that Sonic was going to stay loyal to Ukraine and not practice with you?
Yeah, that and Sonic loves to stream all the time, so he probably would have streamed our practice games.
And then it would have revealed everything, basically.
Yeah, and I didn't want to do that. So yeah, I just laddered for this.
This was your first time that you actually played on a stage. Our games were pretty early, so the crowd wasn't too big. How did that affect you, playing on stage? Did it make you nervous? We saw on camera you did get a little bit sweaty.
I didn't know that. On the first game against HLA, I was nervous then, because it was totally new, like doing an interview with Clutch and just being on stage, it was completely new to me. So I was nervous then, but then against yours just a minute ago, since I've done it twice already, it's no problem now. I don't feel nervous anymore.
Seems that way with you most of the time, that you're calm and collected and don't get fazed by too many things. So, yesterday you won against HLA, you lost to Rudan 2-0, which many people were surprised about. Also, you said after the game, the first reaction was like, I don't know what happened, he just destroyed me. Today you won 2-0. Wait a minute, am I getting stuff confused? No, you did win 2-0 against yours, yeah. Sorry for that. Do you feel you played better today? Or did you feel like you played well against HLA, but not against Rudan? How do you feel about the different series? Did you play worse or better in some of them?
I think I definitely played better against yours. I think the problems against Rudan was I made lots of bad decisions. Like on Turtle Rock, obviously killed his Demon Hunter really early, got level 3 Demon Hunter against level 2, so I had a big advantage then. I thought if I picked Naga, that I could just push and pretty much just end the game right there. But Rune had actually a really nice base build, so he had a lore in the back of his base that I couldn't cancel, so his tech was pretty much the same speed as mine. And as you saw, the push on his base didn't go well. He killed my Naga, which got him level 3. Then it was completely even. Then he crept his big turtles, he got big HP pot, and then he won the subsequent fights. And
the other series, did you play them better than the Night Elf Mirror?
Yeah, I think against yours I made like lots of good decisions. Like against Tower Rushes I played that well. Against Rune, yeah, lots of bad decisions. Hopefully I get to play Rune again and I get to do better games against him.
All right, I like the attitude, the competitiveness. Overall, round robin for group stages is now over for you. Are you satisfied? Are you happy with your performance?
No, not really, because even though I've won 2 and lost 1, if HLA and Rudan both beat yours, then I'm still going to be in the lower bracket, so that would really suck. And I really wanted to be in the upper bracket. So I'm just hoping that yours will be able to beat HLA or Rudan, so then I can be upper bracket and guaranteed top 3.
Speaking of yours, he is a last-minute replacement because Foggy, unfortunately, as we all know, he had visa issues, couldn't make it. What is your opinion on the matter, the way it was handled, and do you think it's better or worse for your chances now that yours is here to replace him?
For my chances, it's definitely better, but it's really sad that Foggy couldn't come because I would say he definitely would have practiced a lot more than everyone else and prepared a lot of cool stuff like we saw against Cash last time. And yeah, it definitely increases our chances, even though apparently looking at your stats I have 11 to 1 against Foggy, so.
And the way it was done, like the last minute cancellation and including of yours, do you have an opinion on that matter, the way it was handled?
It was either let yours play or just have Foggy's matches all be death losses, so us 3 would all automatically advance to China. I think that would have been really dumb, so I think it was the best decision that they could have made out of a bad situation.
Yeah, I would agree with that as well. Now, in China, last year, Yinchuan, you had terrible conditions. You didn't have your gear, no mouse pad, no mouse, no keyboard. Now you did, fortunately, bring your gear. How are the conditions here in Cologne? Like not just on stage when playing, but also like how are the admins taking care of you in comparison and the player area and the hotel and stuff? Are you happy with the way it's being handled? How are the conditions for you as a player?
I'd say the playing conditions are better than they were in China, but the way we're being treated are worse in China, because in China we each had a volunteer, for example, and we were treated really well. Here we're still treated well, but I think it was just a level above in China. But like setting up on the computers and everything on stage, that seems to go pretty smoothly. Like they know what they're doing, and we each have our own personal SSDs, so all our settings are saved, so don't have to take a long time setting up each time. And I did have a few PC problems in my first match before against HLA, but after that got fixed, everything's been fine. And yeah, the hotel and everything's really good.
Now you said the first game, the one game on stage, you were nervous, but after that, you know, you were used to it and it was no problem. Some people actually really enjoy playing on stage, maybe feeling the reaction from the crowd. Do you feel like getting pumped up when you play on stage? Do you enjoy it, or is it just kind of the same old, you know, 9 to 5 thing? I just do my thing, it's the usual stuff. Or is it something special? Do you enjoy it?
I do enjoy it, yeah, it's very special. Like today, because there's actually a crowd, unlike yesterday when it was only press, like you can hear people clapping when something really good happens, or when the game ends, you can hear people cheering, so that's really cool. Although of course at home I play better, so I'm going to be playing a little worse here, but yeah, it's a really cool experience.
Alright, that's basically all of the questions I had for you. Now you get your opportunity to finish the interview, to do some shout-outs to whoever you like, who you would like to greet. And something else that I want to throw in towards the end. People love to watch your stream. You actually get really good stream numbers, but I don't know when you streamed the last time. It seems like years ago. Why did you stop streaming? And are you going to stream again? And when is it going to be?
I guess I stopped streaming because that was when I was playing a lot less. And then more recently, I didn't want to stream while practicing for WCA. So maybe after this, unless I get 4th place, then I might just be really annoyed. So if I get top 3, I probably will want to stream, because it's time till December.
Alright, is this a Back to Warcraft exclusive promise? You get top 3, you start streaming again?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, you heard it here first on Back to Warcraft. And now you can do some shoutouts if you would like. Or some callouts. If there's someone on your mind who you would like to, you know, show the finger to.
No, I'm not the kind of guy who has any call-outs.
I thought so.
I don't have any problems with anyone. Who to shout out? Better give a shout out to Starshade, because he was annoyed last time when I didn't give him a shout out. And a shout out to DKH, because, you know, they're a good group of friends who still play Warcraft 3. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Rich, for the interview. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned to our YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. You know the drill, guys. We're Back to Warcraft here at Gamescom, Germany, for the WCA Pro Qualifier. More Warcraft. Stay with us.